what, guys? I am not sure how this is going to work because my settings are a little bit different. Facebook has changed a lot, so I'm not for sure if I'm going to be able to do live videos. If you have not gone to Scrappin' in My Own Private Idaho, Joy Ani, Scrappin' in My Own Private Idaho Facebook group, and please put follow so I can just record there. Facebook changes things quite frequently, and they seem to have changed a few things, so I'm having problems sharing this with my scrapbooking group. So if you could do me a favor and just pop over and follow Joy Ani, Scrappin' My Own Private Idaho business page. When I get to 100, then I can go ahead and start doing my videos over there, and because I'm not for sure if I'm going to be able to share this one because it will only allow me to share it with myself. Anyway, so I am doing this layout, and it is this is my last sketch for Christy's Beautiful Life. I will show you the sketch that I am doing today, and this is what it looks like. That is the sketch. Can you see it? I'm having problems focusing also. So you can see that it's torn, it has lemons, and I just happen to have, at the beginning of the week, I focus on Stampin' Up collection, and this collection is from the current catalog, the current yearly catalog. I'll show you a picture of that. This paper pack is one of the ones that they are having on sale for 15% off. So it's called Mediterranean Blooms. I am using this paper and this paper and a little bit of this paper. So if you don't have this paper and you want to play along, if you do have Isabella, you could do a very similar thing. Close to My Heart had a paper pack called Isabella that had kind of a similar look. So I will go ahead and start, and these are pictures of when we went to Oregon. It was our first family vacation, and it was a lot of fun. So what I did was, you will remember my catastrophe with my shimmer brush, and so this is Journey Shimmer brush that I just flicked on my paper, and I don't waste anything, so I went ahead and used that. I think I made it like a nice background, and it actually goes really well. I did get this paper, and I put it on some paper that I was not going to use, so that it gave it a little bit more stability. And I will show you how I did that. So when I tear, I get a little wild and crazy. So what I did was, and I will show you, because I am actually going to tear one paper. It is possible to do this whole layout and only use one piece of pattern paper. And of course, you're going to, if you want to have it layered, then you might want to use, I use 2 sheets of this, but I have quite a bit of leftovers. So I'm going to show you how I did that. So this, I took this paper and I kind of lined it up here. I'm not going to tear the top because I already have the top. And I wouldn't have had to do this the second time, but I changed my mind. So I actually put my ruler on 1/2 and on 5, and then I just tore towards me. So I'll show you what that looks like. So that gave me this one. And then the second one, the reason I have to use another piece of paper is because I changed my mind a little bit. And we're going to have to trim this a little bit because I layered my paper up. I gutted it. So this paper is 11.5, so I'm going to cut off the tails, but I'll show you how I did that. So this ruler is not long enough, but basically the purpose of the ruler is I kind of tear crazy. So I'm just going to put it right here, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm just going to, the ruler is just going to keep it so that it's more of a controlled tear. So otherwise when I tear, it gets all crazy. And I will tell you that there are really cool tear tools, and I used to have them, and I'm thinking that when I continue doing my massive clean out that I'm doing in my room, that I will probably actually buy my tear tools. So and so then that gives me, and then if you want a little bit more, I think I want a little bit more of the white tortoiseshell. So that's going to go like this. So that gives me the look. Are my flowers upside down? I think they're okay. That is one of the things that bothers me when things are upside down. So I have a little bit of more of a torn look. If you wanted to add more color to yours, you could definitely ink it. I had a hard time deciding whether I wanted this with this, and I almost went with that, but in the end I didn't. And I'm going to show you also how. So I want a little bit more of the white tortoiseshell, and this is Stampin' Up paper, so the white core is not quite as pronounced, I feel like, as ours is, but you could ink it. And this does not have to be by any means, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just going to tear along. I probably should have just left well enough alone, but I tend to mess with things until it doesn't make sense anymore. So anyway, this pictures that I'm doing with this one is the first family trip that we all took together. And we went to Oregon, we went to my hometown, and I actually stayed in Monmouth. I was from Independence, but I stayed in Monmouth. That was funny because it's such a small town. My kids had gone to school with the people that we rented the Airbnb from. But anyway, so that's that way. See how it goes over? I am not concerned. I am just going to trim off a ½ inch, and because I am not a perfectionist, I'm just going to take it and go right there like that. And then this gives me right like this. I do kind of like the blue. I just didn't know if I could do that. So that leaves me this long strip of paper. And so I'm saying that you could tear off this, which would leave you a strip like this. So I just, when I tore this, then I took this and I tore it down this way, and that's going to go on my second page. Remember the layout that I did the last time? I had a companion page with it. I'm using that same companion page again. It's actually day 29 from Christy's Beautiful Life. And so the printer has, I had it start about an hour ago, and so now it's deciding to go ahead and print the, I don't, on the Stampin' Up one, you have to kind of press down to get it to go, so there we go with this. But anyway, we stayed in an Airbnb all together. So this is of the birthday buddies. I call them the birthday buddies because I have 2 grandkids, and they are 14 years apart. I have 2 different daughters who were 6 years apart, and they actually had children on the same day, 14 years apart. So I call them the birthday buddies. So here they are on the couch. Sorry, they're not my children, so I can't show you the actual pictures, but I will have, and then the title is Squeeze Me, because the little guy, he likes to be squished, which is kind of, yeah, it's kind of funny. He just laughs if you squish him. He actually likes to be squished in between the couch, like if you're sitting back and you lean back and squish him. He really likes it. So anyway, he was being very cuddly, so I thought I need to take pictures of these guys. And we were at the Airbnb. I think he liked all of us living in one spot. He has an obsession with my granddaughters. he loves his cousin, and more than anything he loves his aunt, which is my older daughter. Okay, so I'm going to place this here, and then I've got the Squeeze Me, goes right here. I'm very light-handed when I hear things when I'm taping, because I will often change it in my mind. And this one, you can see that the picture, it has a blank spot. I am not a photographer by any stretch of the imagination. And I thought, you know, I used to blame the fact that, oh, you know, back in the days we had to, it wasn't a guarantee. You just kind of, you didn't know what you were getting until you actually developed the pictures. And so, and there's a little lemon that goes right there, and it seems to be AWOL. So I'm going to put that there. So this is a very quick and easy layout, I feel like. And I'm going to put this here. I might pop dot these, but I'm just going to put them there for good measure, and I'll pop dot them when I'm off camera, because I'm not for sure if I'm even going to be able to share this video, so I might have to redo it again. So that's supposed to, that right there. Okay, going. And then I'll have my journaling right here. The sketch calls for little tags up at the top, and we'll have those. I dug out a super old punch that is, I think it's got to be at least 20 years old. It was from Stampin' Up. So I had originally, I learned to stamp from a gal who sold Stampin' Up, and then about 20 years ago, and then about 17 years ago, I discovered acrylic stamp, so I switched over and went with Close My Heart. So here's my tags up the top. And okay, so that's that one. I'm hoping I'm on screen. So there, that one says Squeeze Me, and then on this other side, I could have done the sour face one. There's a really cute one that says, so this, it says, what is it called? Sour face? Something about a sour face. Okay, so this one is a companion page. I put that one together. Oops, there's my lemon that I've been looking everywhere for. So I'm going to put that right here. So it'll kind of cover up some of the glue. And if you wanted to add more, you can fussy cut. This paper has a lot of fun things that you can fussy cut. I am all about fussy cutting. Okay. So that says the main squeeze. So this was, remember I tore these, and then this is the part that was out of the middle. I tore it, and I'm going to, let me set these all off to the side, and I'm going to put it down the middle. This is day 29. I could put another little tag right in there too. This, I didn't have enough, so I just, it's a fake tag, because it's not very deep, and then I'll just put that in there. And this side will say Pucker Up, so there's a picture of him where he looks like he's puckering up. I'm going to line it up around 7, between 7 and 8, that way I'll have the same amount on either side of my pictures. I kind of made a mistake when I was, when I normally make my own pictures, and I so prefer that. I got mine at Walgreens. I got it for 40% off. I'm having 40% off, so if you many pictures. If you don't print your own, you're getting it 40 off. But when I print my own pictures, they turn out so much better. And then I would have realized I made a mistake when I was doing these, and I would not have, because I made them the wrong side. I think I'm going to overlap them. The other thing I thought about doing is tearing blue from this. There's this blue, and I'm gonna see if I like this better. So see if this adds a little bit of color to it. See what you think. And I did several titles. The one that I wound up using was the one from Anthedeane, which is she is a contributor on Scrappy to Do It With My Cricut. I've talked about that quite a bit. So what if, I don't know if it looks, what do you think if I just added a little bit and tuck that in just to give it a little bit more interest? I think I'm going to do that, and then I'll just trim it off, because I don't have this anywhere else. Maybe if I did that, I need to do that. I think I'm not going to introduce that. I've changed my mind, but that is something you could do if you wanted to. So this one is my little grandson, and he looks like he's puckered up. So that's why this one's called Puckered Up. Pucker Up. Looks like I'm not for sure what he was doing when this picture was taken, but he definitely looks like he's trying to do something. And good for me, I did remember my ruler. I think I'm going to have the pictures. I'm going to softly put these down at 8, and then put my title. Oh, that's too close. So maybe 7? That seems to be about the rest. And I'll put it right over here. I like things to overlap. And then this says Pucker Up. And then this picture, they were cracking themselves up, to be quite honest. He gets so silly. He just kind of, so they were kind of like rolling around on the floor. So, because he was making funny little faces. I think this is, I'm going to put this down at 1.5. 1.5, and I'm going to overlap that. Let's make sure that that's, so maybe 5 1/4, 5 1/4, 5 1/4, or maybe 5 1/2, because I do want it to go over on the, they say what you need to do is always overlap. So that's 7, and then this one will be 5 1/2. That's overlapped. So I thought I had to use up my Journey pen die that kind of exploded on me, and I'm going to put that like that. You can kind of see his little lips are kind of out. It's kind of, so these pictures are just small, and I kind of went crazy with the trimming. Normally when I make them, you can make things larger, so I had there was someone sitting on the dad was sitting on the couch, but he wasn't really, it was only half of him, so I went ahead and made it smaller. And I could, like, if I were to add a little bit to this, I could add sequins. I thought about adding like little, you know how you take the ribbon And you put it on your hand. I thought about doing that, but I wish I would have left my pictures a little bit bigger. I should have zoomed out on them, and if I'd been printing them at home and paying attention, I would have done that. And then this one, they had arrows, but I'm just going to put some lemons, and I will leave still pictures. So I will leave still pictures, and you can see, oops, I don't want to cover up her legs. Well, I guess I'm going to have to. Okay, and I might put, I feel like it needs something here, but I will add that later. So that is the Mediterranean Blooms, which is a DSP that is on sale for 15% off this month. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you will like and subscribe. And if you guys could all do me a solid and pop over to Joy Ani Scrap in my own private Idaho Facebook group and follow, so that I can kind of make it so that I don't have to do 2 different steps. And anyway, oh, this is cute on here too, so I'm gonna put that one right there. Alright, so that's all I have for you today. I will be using a fun title. I've got my idea for, so on Thursday I go back into my Close to My Heart stash, and so if you are looking for ideas for Close to My Heart paper, I do that on Thursday. Sometimes it's Friday, just like this was supposed to be on Monday, so sometimes I'm a day or so behind. So anyway, thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.